It's Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with George Zimmerman. And George, where are we headed to first?
Well, we're heading over to St. Joe to talk to Jill Stone, the executive director of St. Joseph Today, about Lego fun. Right, Jill?
Absolutely. We have quite an event in store from February through March.
Okay, and so what is it exactly?
We are calling it Build Your Way Around Town. It is a Lego Bricks event kind of centered around a big city build that's happening at a location right downtown here.
Boy, I tell you, Lego's really been on a roll in Michigan. I've seen so many of these kind of special events all around the state, kind of pushing the whole Lego construction thing, and I'm actually all for it. When Tyler was a little guy,
yeah,
he and I would do Legos like constantly, and I think it's really good for kids' minds to learn how to use Legos.
Actually, that's one of the reasons why the organizations who are putting this on actually put it together, was to kind of bring a sense of building in the community and also working with the kids to do something along those lines.
So during this time, I mean, is everything going to be kind of pre-built, or is building going to be going on throughout this event for the month?
We actually have a variety of things happening. The big Lego build is actually the weekend of March 2nd, and so what you're going to have is on March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at Shadowland Ballroom in St. Joseph, there will be a cityscape that will be built on that Friday, but that people can come and take a look at all weekend long.
You know, we should, and I want to get more details about the Lego event, of course, but we should probably describe St. Joe. For instance, Shadowland Ballroom, that's on the beach, right?
It is. It's right below the bluff, probably just, I would say, steps away from the beach is how I describe it. And if you've been to St. Joe, it's right across from the interactive fountain that is usually going, obviously, in the warmer times of the year.
Yeah. And St. Joe is just this beautiful Lake Michigan community. It does sit up on a bluff.
Yeah.
And so the Lego structures or constructed pieces are going to be all around town.
Correct. We actually have several locations, including St. Joseph Today, that will house different displays, and each of the organizations are actually doing something differently. So you have the Maud Preston Polensky Library. They're actually going to have interactive activities throughout the month in addition to displays. The Silver Beach Carousel is actually holding their very own contest to create their display. The Heritage Museum and Cultural Center has contacted another organization to put together a display, as well as the Krasel Art Center and the Box Factory for the Arts and Curious Kids Museum. So there's actually, in effect, several places to go and get some Lego fun on throughout St. Joseph during this time.
So, Jill, what kind of scale are we talking about? Because I think, unlike maybe Dave and his son, my son and I, we would do like 8 or 10 Legos tops, and then we'd be done. So I think it's probably more than that.
Well, the cityscape is definitely more than that. We are actually bringing in the Western Michigan Lego Train Club for that build.
Okay.
And they're going to do a build that is going to feature lots of trains, including a bridge and a forested trail, because the public art project this year is planes, trains, and helicopters. And so we're kind of tying that all in.
So do you have any idea how many Legos will be used throughout the town for this
oh my goodness.
event?
Maybe I should start counting now. I actually don't know, but I do know that the contest that we're hosting also on March 2nd, the Lego builds will be 1 foot by 1 foot at the base and no taller than 2 feet. And so based on ages, we have the younger kids will be doing a pre-built logo creation, and then we also have ages 11 and up doing on-site builds that day.
And it's, a small thing, but so how many Legos are you acquiring, or how do you get them?
Yeah.
Well, for the contest, you have to bring in your own Lego kit.
Oh, you bring your own, okay, yeah.
Yep, but then we do have prizes for best builds, and we are actually going to be providing new Lego kits as prizes.
So for the contest itself, do people bring their piece like all constructed and to show you, or do they make it there?
Well, they have to. Both actually are going on, and you have to register to participate. But ages 5 to 7 and 8 to 10, we're having them bring in their pre-built creations. Just because with the younger you are, it does take a little more time, I think, to get that build complete, and so we wanted to allow for that time. Now, your 11 through 19 and up year olds, so that's a pretty big bracket. Obviously, we have it broken down into different age ranges. They are actually going to do on-site builds, and they get 1 hour to do that.
Now, I went to the Henry Ford when they had the Lego display, and they had these huge buildings, beautiful buildings that they had in their special display. Are you going to have anything like that on display for people to see all around town?
There will be several displays. Each of the locations I mentioned earlier is kind of taking the liberty of deciding what that's going to be. We're actually working to find someone to build a display for our area. The biggest display, though, will be that weekend of March 1st with the cityscape. If you go to our Facebook page, you can see photos of what's been constructed before, but think space of like 20 feet by 20 feet. And inside that space, the Lego guys who built it will be there to answer questions, but it is quite large.
So do you expect the general visitor who's going to come to this is going to be, family with kids or adults? How do you see that working out?
Actually, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that. I obviously think family with kids. We do a lot of things in this town geared towards families with kids, but I have talked to some adults, and they're just as excited as well. So it's interesting to see kind of adults turn into kids.
George, I think we should now get our adult sons and go there ourselves. And have a good time.
I don't know about you, but mine probably wouldn't go.
Mine probably would. We'll see.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, hey, thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. Lego Fun coming to St. Joseph February 23rd through March 23rd. So a whole full month of kind of exploring this world of construction from a kid's vantage point and who knows, maybe from an adult vantage point as well. So check it out. Going to be a lot of fun. Lego Fun in St. Joe, the 23rd through March 23rd, and you'll enjoy that. For more information, go to stjoetoday.com. That is STJOE today.com. We're going to find out what's happening up at the Winter Blues Festival in Petoskey next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.